things I remember most, from the 80s. You remember arcades, you know what I'm saying? You can go to the mall, you know what I'm saying? You remember there was malls. Some kids, you might know what mall is, but I'm talking like back in the day mall where, you know what I'm saying? Got the movie theater, you got the arcade, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, arcade was popping back then, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just a shit, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go to like the neighborhood and say, okay, okay, just picture like here's the 80s, right? Okay, like when I'm trying to explain it like so, you know what I'm saying, when the children understands, I can relate to children. So child of mine, peep, you know what I'm saying? This is the 80s a lot. You know when you be at school, you know what I'm saying, then like, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a rainy day, y'all don't go outside for recess or something. And then you play 7 Up, you know what I'm saying? You know how, you know, so y'all just make a game. You know how that feeling where you just enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Just a game of 7 Up, but nowhere else have can you experience that type of feeling. But when there's a rainy day outside, and you play 7 Up, and it's like a cheerful feeling, like to play like games like that. You know, so I know like nowadays y'all ain't too in tune to board games unless it's like something to do with school, and then that involves like critical thinking. That's not what you want to do, but you know what I'm saying. But back in the 80s, it felt like, you know what I'm saying, like every day when you walk outside, it was that rainy day, but not rainy as in sad, but rainy as in here's a new game we could play. You know what I'm saying? Like that you know what I'm saying, philosophy, that instruction in your mind was so developed back then. You know what I'm saying? And no, not to make it as though modern day children are, because trust me, these kids these days is super intelligent. They can program a phone. And also, you could teach them to use that programming and be real engineers if the system's built up where they could, have ways to occupy that intense, complicated frame of thought. So don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Y'all children is so talented, but I wish that I can influence y'all to go back to have an imagination. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, wrong with little. You know what I'm saying? I know. I'm saying that like through the arguments of socialism is going on with the adults. You know what I'm saying? But as far as religious and just different aspects of it is brings you know what I'm saying, a discomfort to believing in illusions. But I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? Just for principle of enjoyment, that we have fun with our magic, or just to play games and have fun and play tricks. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a little prank, you know what I'm saying? If you thought it was real, but I'm just saying. So we need that source needs to stay in society because it's diminishing. It's getting to the point where a child mind is so only filtered to what you know what I'm saying, adults display through their vocabulary through the day, and the topics that they discuss. Also, you know, a child might not find no intimate feeling for it, but it will inspire the development of their vocabulary. So as they grow and become more intimate with things, they will recall some type of this, you know what I'm saying, irrational, you know what I'm saying, intimacies that was displayed by parental or, you know what I'm saying, older people in their presence with, you know what I'm saying, use of provocative, you know what I'm saying, subject matter, you know what I'm saying. So we try to intimidate them type of behaviors out of children, you know what I'm saying. Children normally would never know this secret, but this is the reason why grandma used to really discipline and pull out the belt, you know what I'm saying, and give me a spanking, you know what I'm saying. In them times, it wasn't a bad thing, and the child wouldn't reject or hate that parent that inflicted them type of, you know what I'm saying, measures. That's, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole psychology effect, you know what I'm saying. It's like a domino effect to where, you know what I'm saying, the government base, and then as far as just the instructions that the parents have acquired through lifetime is less efficient. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like grandmas, they got deeper morals, you know what I'm saying? Like they was raised differently. You know, they have a deeper spirituality. They believed in the you know what I'm saying, the miracles of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Where your parent, you might not even have heard of too much of, let's go, a church or a Bible or anything, you know what I'm saying? And then especially just know that it's been three generation of Shanae to Bebe, Bebe to Shanae to, you know what I'm saying, Tyler Perry kids, you know what I'm saying, the Medea kids, you know what I'm saying, it's generations of this, you know what I'm saying, this confusion of representation from, you know what I'm saying, a child being proud of their heritage and their family and they, you know what I'm saying, even without having. That's one thing about a Southern family, you know what I'm saying, and elders, you know what I'm saying, they always, they show sentimental value, you know what I'm saying, they appreciate their history, they talk about, you know what I'm saying, old memories and old times, you know what I'm saying, not just old crimes and old, you know what I'm saying, satisfactions, but just, like just the whole, you know what I'm saying, remember, they go into personalities, and, you know what I'm saying, so we need to really, I'm saying, marvel them, you know what I'm saying, and really give them back their cake, you know what I'm saying. Right now, okay, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole process, systematic, you know what I'm saying. Media took away Grandma Kate, you know, says that apron that she had on her like, you know what I'm saying, what she's like she served, Grandma used to be our server, you know what I'm saying, with all inspiration, all knowledge, all wisdom, you know what I'm saying, like the reality of what life can behold for you know what I'm saying, you know, and she's keeping 100, you know what I'm saying, Grandma, you know what I'm saying. She was never no punk. She would stand up against, you know what I'm saying, the whole block. You know what I'm saying? It could be gang members out there, Grandma, you know what I'm saying, before these 90s and just reduce the population of my beautiful, you know what I'm saying, sister and the granny, you know what I'm saying? Granny would be the only one in the community that raised hell towards them bastards doing all that, you know what I'm saying, the crazy ass, you know what I'm saying, murders and, you know what I'm saying, just dumb drive-by. Granny was that one that always kept that pistol and was ready to pop something. You know what I'm saying? The law, you know what I'm saying, the ways of this world weighed heavy on Grandma. You know what I'm saying? Now, Granny is really rare. She's been through so much. You know what I'm saying? So she had to bury so many of her sisters. All of her, you know what I'm saying, her family. And then Granny, they die in their early ages in their 50s. They only see 60s, 70s, 80s like they used to. You know what I'm saying? 90 years old, 100. You know? This world is inflicting great harm on Granny right now. She has no one to speak for her. No one. I'm saying we up here talking about job. What about the woman? Her job was to raise, you know what I'm saying, a 30 army family. You know what I'm saying? And cook these motherfuckers dinner and wash clothes, wash all their clothes, keep all of them clean, make sure they had the nutrients it took to survive for these 25 years. What I'm saying? Well, now her back is sore. She's very up in age, and everything is minimal. You know, she's the main one to go seek resources. She stretches everything. She don't even complain. Like right now, she don't, you know what I'm saying, Granny was never no complainer. She was a fighter, but she was not no complainer. She knew the circumstances. She, you know what I'm saying, fought with it, you know what I'm saying, and to survive and get the most out of it. So you will see Granny fighting at a pantry to make sure she fight to be there every, you know what I'm saying, open pantry to provide extra canned goods, or fight to be at another service to, you know what I'm saying, that has resources like that. She fights to keep up up with these appointments that don't nobody keep up with, even yours still. Granny's still fighting for you know what I'm saying, checkbooking all your accounts, making sure you stay balanced. Even though it's coming out of her pocket, she doing it for you. That's Grandma. In this world, it's the hardest on Grandma, but she's the strongest. No, what I'm saying? Granny is the strongest, y'all. I'm saying, just look at from the northern standpoint of the Granny to the southern. You know what I'm saying? Like my southern grannies, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have education, so most of them can't, you know what I'm saying, illiterate. But had the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? They can understand everything. You know what I'm saying? You think they can't read. They ain't decoded read. You know what I'm saying? That's my southern granny, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of, after the Civil War, it's a lot of affliction that my southern granny went through. So she didn't have inheritances. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't inherit no house. You know what I'm saying? No car. You know, no pension. No unionist. No nothing. So now let me reflect back up to my northern granny. I'm saying? From the basics of the basics, not the norm. You normally have a grandma that has a big house. She's been a widow. Shit, our granny always had this big house. Like, you know why ever asked granny like, damn, where we get this big house? And she might have in a couple other houses and talk about she got some property down south. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. These like a lot of our grannies up in the north from my niggas. You know what I'm saying? However you may have got here, I'm just trying to help you swing back to your roots. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? So up in the north, grannies didn't suffer the same cruelty as the grannies in the south. So grannies in the north raise their children differently than grannies in the south. You know what I'm saying? And this collusion, this mixture of saying the grandbabies of these two grannies, you know what I'm saying? This is the generation where they finally like boiling into one. Like you can't, after this generation, those grannies that had the house gonna pass away and left it to their irresponsible daughter that's gonna fuck the house up, and then they got nothing to show for all that passed on, like how the system was set up for the northern granny. And that's why I wanted to get to. Like, think about it. If you from the north, you know what I'm saying, from man, anywhere, New York, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't from the south, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna even include Atlanta as like a borderline, you know what I'm saying, that's like, and I think more or less the successful, you know what I'm saying, black community was populated and may have had slaves in Atlanta. But notice how the northern grannies have property. And the southern grannies always had welfare, right? Now, even check this in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? The welfare system, they used to have it to where our granny, she stay in Section 8, you know what I'm saying? We weren't even born yet, you know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying, some molecules, it's a solution of something. But our grandparents or our parents may have been walking. But during that time, in the 70s, young kid, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Your grandparent, in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? She couldn't even let granddad come in the crib. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't even allowed to have a TV. You know what I'm saying? Not I'm talking about like literally, like, you know what I'm saying? Our government, you know what I'm saying? The corruption within our government propelled to where our granny being on welfare couldn't have, they considered them like luxury type items. She couldn't own a radio. Maybe a radio. They might let her get the radio off, you know what I'm saying, without cutting her check off. But it better be a cheap one, you know what I'm saying? But that's how they do it. They go over there, they will do it. They be like POs, you know what I'm saying? Our grannies used to have PO, probation officers. Welfare was like a probation system before, you know what I'm saying, niggas and snap. Before niggas start riding in and fill up these jails real bad, you know what I'm saying, that the damn probation system, I'm saying, granny was on probation, you know what I'm saying? She got her food stamps, you know what I'm saying? She got her Section 8, you know what I'm saying? She was able to raise us. But she was prohibited from having a father figure for us in the house. So she was forced to carry all that weight, you know what I'm saying? No, ain't your mama, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, that's our granny, you know what I'm saying? Like that era, you know what I'm saying? Really want you to go back into the old school, you know what I'm saying? And let you know how strong your granny was, you know what I'm saying? For your, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll see when in beer if it wasn't for her straight back then, you know what I'm saying? You'd have been diminished or a crack baby dead in a garbage can or something. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? So your granny kept it where you can absorb this message for your future descendants, and those that's within you is listening, you know what I'm saying? So you got a lot at stake. You must, you know what I'm saying, know where you came from and how important granny was. You know what I'm saying? They had a probation officer, you know what I'm saying, monitoring all our black women, you know what I'm saying? For real, you know what I'm saying? Daddy wasn't allowed. He had to climb in and out of windows, you know what I'm saying? And whenever she got caught, you know what I'm saying, with our grandpa, probably lose her benefits, you know what I'm saying? So it was times our granny was kicked out on the street because she loved your old granddad so much, type shit. But this is the society of us in America. We have to always remember this. As black people in America, black people other than the ones that was up north, Because think about it. The northern grannies had a big house. So they had to have a father, you know what I'm saying, is a black man that was in the military or something, you know what I'm saying, back then. You know what I'm saying? They must have treated him extra good or something. Cause when he passed, she inherited a lot of, or he was a good union working, getting paid real good for his work. So his slavery was opposite our slavery. Our slavery, we didn't, as a child, our grannies didn't inherit shit. But as for the blacks that work in the union up in the northern states, you know what I'm saying, they grannies, they left inheritances and you know what I'm saying, a lot of different shit that kept their family at a comfort, you know, a better comfort than we. So we are two different nations. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? No. If you go to your family union, go talk to some of the older ones, you know what I'm saying, the ones that's closely related to your mama or your granny, and they don't, ain't none of them going down south with their past relatives. You one of them, you know what I'm saying? You need to repent from a lot of things, especially the way you feel about your kid. You know what I'm saying? You ain't endured those slavery hardships. You didn't absorb our whips. You just had knowledge of it for the past. Your granny, your northern granny's granny psyched y'all. Your northern granny raised your granny to pretend like that you guys were in slavery with us. Your northern granny's granny knew that y'all wasn't in slavery. You know what I'm saying? That this is you know what I'm saying, the political scheme of things that we're gonna do to reverse the psychology on these black people because they're getting too powerful. You know what I'm saying? It's a big constructed scheme. You know what I'm saying? So you're not Abraham. You know, you're from Ham. You know, you're from Abraham Lincoln. You're not from my granddad, Ham, my uncle, bro. You know what I'm saying? My cousin. Hey, you ain't from that house. You ain't from my granddaddy house of Abraham. You know what I'm saying? You ain't real like us. You don't got the southern roots. You know what I'm saying? This is a perfect example. A true nigga that came across this knowledge that he wasn't real, and if he's a real person, he'll accept that and pay homage. You know what I'm saying? And go let everybody know the real motherfucker back. You know what I'm saying? But since these motherfuckers is fake, they get this knowledge that they ain't real, and they turn red and furious. A nigga, black like me, you know what I'm saying? Thinking he act like me, but he got a different type of heart. You know what I'm saying? He hate, you know what I'm saying? He don't got no compassion for granny. You know what I'm saying? He can't take himself. He's so narrow-minded and self-centered. He can't even take himself out of his own shoes and look at things, let alone come out of his body and look through the eyes of granny and see her persecution and affliction that's been cast upon her in this generation. This is the worst. You know what I'm saying? As we was taking bullets on the block, you know what I'm saying? They were doing shit to granny heart. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it stop. Y'all didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers don't go check on her when she get in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't keep tracking that, checking none of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about yourself, but granny was always there for you. You know what I'm saying? Now we can barely find her out here no more. Now you like, you know what I'm saying? You thinking she left us. No, they killed her. You know what I'm saying? They used you as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? That's how sad it get. So you owe. You know what I'm saying? And for them other motherfucking niggas that ain't niggas, you know what I'm saying? But the northerners, you know what I'm saying? That ain't from Judah, you know what I'm saying? They from Ham. You know? I ain't like them. I ain't see these northerners, they been trying to teach Israel, you know what I'm saying? Teach the real out here that you supposed to hate Africans. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to hate them Ethiopians, them Kenya, them Nigerians. You supposed to hate them. You know what I'm saying? Then the Northerners, they put it on my Lord God. They put it on him and his son Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They did that. Then they brought some of this other, you know what I'm saying, what's they called? That, these Russian type motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? These mixed Russian, where they create their own type of, but it's based off the identity of our Father Jesus, but they tried to, you know what I'm saying, rig up some shit. That's why they only got no chapters, but you want to dress like them. They only got his word in them. But then they surround themselves with the whole environment. It says this is where he walked in. Now it's in possession of us. You know what I'm saying? And then you go out there to that Solomon Gomorrah. Then you go to the baptism of Jesus spot. Then it's that city waste. It's where all the filth comes out of their sewer system. And then people be going and bathed in it like, oh, they about to get blessed. And then they would tell you like, this is our storage. You know, so this is Jerusalem storage. And they be like, oh, the shit is Jerusalem. I wanna take a sample. You know. Motherfuckers ain't peep game. Peep how this shit was drawn out. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is fucked up, not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You pervert, try to turn all these precious minds, not even ready to argue. You know what I'm saying? Ready to put on one of your videos and be blindsided in, thinking, you know what I'm saying? You 5% of motherfuckers. I know what you is. Y'all ain't nothing but them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel like if y'all disguise yourself with the identity of the 12, then y'all feel like y'all gods. Like y'all the guys now. Now everybody gotta come to y'all to get your salvation. Y'all New York motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all hand likes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all's not one of us. None of y'all. That's why y'all can't keep it real. Y'all gotta have a general that you report back to. It's just like the media, you know what I'm saying? They can't even say it real because they gotta go through. Like one of the disciples might catch a feeling, but then if he say something, y'all motherfuckers might do something to the child. If he you know what I'm saying, knowing the talents he got, you know what I'm saying? So fuck y'all. Get the fuck out my way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm gonna burn y'all shit down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't talking about a damn thing. Y'all part of the motherfucking problem. Y'all ain't solve shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out the way. Fuck everything you say, dude. Banish that shit. You misconstrued it. I don't even care. Fuck what you gotta say. It's too late for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You niggas about to pay. You was not Israel. You know what I'm saying? You do not give a fuck about Granny. Motherfucker, all you do is complain. You know what I'm saying? You try to turn niggas against the Most High. For your own, selfish, you know what I'm saying? Isolated satisfaction? Just so you can feel special, motherfucker? So you ready to destroy the mind of the children so you can feel special? Now the motherfucking end times is shining in full strength, and you fucking out here on still on that petty ass shit, trying to be a Judge Judy motherfucker, judging character and dress codes and motherfucking you. It's time for y'all to pay. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get you so you believe in this Elon Musk shit. So you captivated by his fragrance. Motherfucking chariots is riding upon us. You know what I'm saying? You ain't know. The chariots, my nigga. Cause y'all fake and phony. Y'all don't know shit. All you do is try to be clever made and disprove some shit to work in their favor. Hope they give you some type of whatever the fuck. That shit is over with. You about to pay, my nigga. The fuck out my way. I'm a fugitive. I'm a fugitive. I'm a fugitive. I'm a fugitive slave. I'm a fugitive runaway slave. I'm a fugitive runaway slave. I ride for my granny. I die for my granny. Shed a tear. I bleed an eye for my... Make you bleed for my granny.